Welcome to this presentation on the 2026 renewal for the Wyoming State Board of Nursing. This renewal is for APRN, RN, LPN, and CNA certificate holders. Per state statute and rules and regulations, the renewal period happens every 2 years on even years. This year, our renewal will open October 1st and will go through December 31st of 2026. Again, the renewal will open October 1st and it will be open until December 31st of 2026. Prior to the renewal period, please log into your nurse portal account, click Manage Profile, click on Demographics, and review your contact information. If there are any changes that need to be made, please make them now. You can change your address, your email address, and telephone number. We'd like you to do this now so that it's verified prior to the renewal period. Per chapter rules, each applicant, licensee, and certificate holder does have to notify the board of any legal change of name, home address, email, or telephone number within 30 days. A couple of things to keep in mind as we head into that renewal season. Please plan ahead. Don't wait until the last minute to renew. All renewals must be completed online. We do not take any paperwork in person or via mail. They must be completed through the nurse portal system. Please make sure you have access to your nurse portal system. If you don't log in every 2 years, you might have forgotten your password. So please go to the nurse portal, check and make sure that you have access. If you have forgotten your password, please reset your password by selecting the Forgot Your Password link. Wyoming has no grace period for licenses. If your license has not been renewed by December 31st of 2026, it has expired and you cannot practice. Licenses may be placed on hold if additional information is required. For example, if an APRN has not updated their national certification, then that license may be placed on hold. It's important to note that if you're trying to meet competency, it has to be done within the last 2 years. That 2-year period is the renewal period, January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2026. So CEUs and active nursing practice must have been completed during that time frame. For APRN renewal, you need to maintain your current national certification as an APRN in your recognized role and population area. Or if you were an APRN prior to January 1st, 1999, and you've maintained that continuous licensure, but you're not nationally certified, you'll need to submit 40 hours of continuing education related to your recognized role and population and 400 hours of active nursing practice as an APRN in the last 2 years. All APRNs need to submit evidence of 3 hours of continuing education related to the responsible prescribing of controlled substances or treatment of substance abuse disorder. This happens every 2 years on renewal. All APRNs must submit that 3 hours of continuing education. APRNs must provide evidence of current national certification. Make sure in your nurse portal account, your certification has not expired. If your certification has expired, you need to provide us with new active current certification. We do require primary source verification, so this has to come from the credentialing body. You'll need to reach out to your credentialing body and request that the updated national certification be sent to us at wsbn.licensing@wyo.gov. Once we get that primary source verification, we will update that in our system and your certification will show the new expiration date. Your APRN license may be put on hold if we're still waiting for an updated national certification. The RN and LPN renewal. An RN or LPN shall demonstrate continuing competency by completing one of the following in the last 2 years. Last December, we updated our Chapter 2 rules, so now the nurse must pick a path and decide which way they want to meet that competency for renewal. You have several ways to meet that. One is 400 hours of active nursing practice, or successfully pass the NCLEX, or complete a refresher course or the equivalent, or complete a nursing education program that confers a degree beyond the applicant's basic nursing education, or submit evidence of 40 hours of continuing education. So there are many ways that you can meet competency. The nurse needs to pick which path they're going to take and then supply the information appropriately for that renewal cycle. The new graduate nurse has already met competency if they have passed the NCLEX in the last 2 years. Additionally, if a nurse has completed a BSN or a master's degree, that would be a degree beyond their basic nursing education, and they would have met competency that way as well. The CNA renewal. A CNA shall demonstrate continuing competency by completing one of the following in the last 2 years: 400 hours of employment in the CNA role, or 40 hours of continuing education, or successfully pass the NASCEP or similar national exam. It's important to note that the CNA does not have independent practice. Private care does not count as active nursing practice for the CNA role. The CNA role is under the direction of an RN or LPN. Therefore, if you are working in an environment where you are doing private care, you're not working in the CNA role, and those hours would not count as active nursing practice for the CNA. Additionally, for CNAs, if you hold the home health aide, the CNA 2, or the medication aide certifications, you'll need to log into your nurse portal account and you'll need to apply and renew each of these that applies to you. They are not automatically renewed, so if you'd like to keep them current, you also need to renew these while you're renewing your CNA application. If you're selecting 400 hours of active nursing practice, we do define what active nursing practice is. It means the engagement in paid, unpaid, or voluntary activity in which the nurse applies knowledge or clinical judgment in a way that influences patients, nurses, organizations, or systems. Active nursing practice may include volunteering in health or nursing professional organizations. The easiest way to decide if you're meeting active nursing practice is if your job requires you to hold the RN, LPN, or CNA certificate in order to do the job, then that is defined as active nursing practice. They're requiring you to hold that license, so they're using you for the skills and abilities for that license. So those jobs and roles would count as active nursing practice. For volunteer hours, we do have an advisory opinion on our website, verification of active nursing practice. It includes a log where you can track your volunteer hours. So if you are worried about trying to get those 400, you can use that log sheet in order to help you with those volunteer hours as well. If you're choosing continuing education hours for renewal, we have defined that here. Continuing education refers to learning experiences obtained after initial license or certification, and they're designed to augment the knowledge and skills of nurses and CNAs. We do have a continuing education advisory opinion on our website. It can be found under the practice tab and the education page. We have examples of accrediting bodies that we accept. We also will accept others. It's important to note that the continuing education hours and activities need to be within your scope of practice. If you have any questions, please refer to the advisory opinion. This concludes our presentation on the 2026 renewal. We hope by now you're ready to renew. As a reminder, all licenses and certificates will expire December 31st of 2026. Starting October 1st, you can start that renewal process. If you need help, please contact us. You can do that by messaging us through the nurse portal account. You can email us at wsbn.licensing@wyo.gov, or you can call us at 307-777-7601. Happy renewal!